going on, guys? I am doing something a little bit different today. Going to be camping, and I believe it is pronounced Okaloacoochee State Forest. Like I said, these Native American names always confuse me. But as soon as I got here, pulled into my campsite, started pouring, and it's been pouring for about the last hour. We got a little break here, and I got about 2 hours until sunset. So I know that there's supposed to be a pond, a pretty short walk from here. So we'll head over, and we'll see what it looks like and what we can get out of there. Alright, looks like we made it. Pond is right behind me. It is fairly small, so we'll see how it goes. Daiwa D-Shock ultralight setup is what we're going to be going with. And then a little 1/64 ounce Trout Magnet. Went with the gold jig head and kind of gold body. I think that's going to best imitate kind of like a mealworm, something natural. And I can't tell you how excited I am to get back to a pretty good setup. If you've been watching my videos for the past couple weeks, I was up in New Jersey. And I was using my crappy little travel dock runner 3-foot rod. So I'm happy to get back with an ultralight that I actually like. So we'll use this, and let's see what is in this little pond here. Alrighty, let's give this a shot. Oh man, I forgot what it feels like to cast an ultralight. Haven't used one of these in a while. But water looks pretty stained, a little murky. This pond's really small. I might actually have to go with a brighter color, something that makes a little bit of noise, but we'll see. Not sure what kind of fish are in here. I doubt that this is a natural body of water. I think it's probably just made for campers. So it's probably stocked with whatever the park wanted to stock it with. Oh, there we go, fish on. A little largemouth. Coming up here, guy. First fish of the day. All right, that did not take long. I think we were 3 casts in. First largemouth. This guy is super light and pale in color. But let's let this one go and let's see what else is out there. Hopefully there's some bigger fish. Fish on. What is it? This doesn't look like a largemouth. I think we got a tilapia. Yeah. Coming up here. First tilapia of the day. Alrighty, so we do got a couple non-native fish in here. This is either a blue or a nile tilapia. Not exactly sure how to tell them apart. I know you gotta look at the tail and on the pattern of the tail. I'll figure that out when I get home. But fish number 2, nice little either blue or nile tilapia. Alright, so I'm trying to fish this really as slow as I can. So I'm trying to cast out all over the place, cover a lot of ground, but then just nice, steady, slow retrieve, giving it a couple short twitches, and then letting it sink down naturally. And I've noticed usually on the sink, on the drop, is when I get hits. So a couple small twitches with the retrieve, let it sink, and then hope you get a hit. Already, rain's starting to come down a little bit harder again like it was earlier, but at this point I'm just going to hang out here and continue fishing. See a couple gar, but not going to be able to hook one of those on a Trout Magnet. There's not too many features of this little pond. It's basically just a small little rectangle, And really, honestly, that's about it. There's not much going on. Looks like a sandy bottom with a pretty sharp drop off close to shore. But that's about it. Oh, fish on. Mayan cichlid. This one's super pale in color too. Alright, rain's still coming down a bit. First Mayan cichlid out of here. Super pale in color. This is the lightest I've ever seen one. I'm thinking it's because it's a really light colored bottom in this pond, super sandy. So all these fish are going to be light in color to kind of match that. But fish 3, species 3. We'll let this one go. I think the rain's stopping a little bit, which is great. And then we'll keep going. Yeah, so rain stopping, which is nice, and I definitely didn't want to get, ooh, that's a fish, another tilapia. I'll finish what I was saying in just a second as soon as I land this guy. Come on up here. All right, fish number 4, definitely the biggest fish of the day. Again, either a blue or a Nile tilapia. Not sure on which it is. I'll find out the right way to ID them when I get home. But biggest fish of the day. Nice one. We'll let this one go, and we'll get back to fishing. Alright, so like I was saying right when that tilapia hit the Trout Magnet, I didn't want to get wet, but the rain has cooled things off tremendously. So when I got here, it was in the mid to high 90s, and it has to be about 15 degrees cooler. So it feels actually pretty good. It's not even that humid considering it just rained. So pretty good weather. Let's keep fishing. Fish on. Doesn't feel too big. None of these fish today have pulled really hard, which is interesting. I think it's another tilapia. Yeah. And these guys can usually pull pretty well. There we go, tilapia number 3. We got a truck going by. Nice size on these guys, probably pushing a little bit over a pound. I kind of wish I knew I was going to catch these. I would have came prepared and would have cooked these guys up tonight. But as it stands, we'll let this one go, and we will keep fishing. There we go, fish on. Oh, fish off. That one felt actually a little bit bigger. Might have been a largemouth. So this little pond is fairly productive. I mean, literally straight across is where we started, so it's not that big. But there's a good amount of fish in here. Fish on. Another tilapia. These guys aren't pulling any drag today. Alright, another nice little tilapia, either blue or Nile, like all the other ones have been. But we'll let this one go. I wish these guys fought a little bit harder, like they usually do, but today they're just not really pulling any drag at all. Got a nice gar over here. I always like trying to catch gar on lures, even though it almost never works. Never works. It's easy to get the bite, but almost impossible to actually hook up with them. Oh, fish on. Right at the bank. He's in these weeds. Is he on? Oh yeah. Another tilapia looks like. There we go. Out of the weeds. There we go. Same size as all the other ones from today. Alrighty, so another either blue or nile tilapia, about the same size they have all been today. It's probably going to be the last fish of the day. I still got to get my tent set up and my fire going. So we'll let this one go and I'll be right back. Alright, so that's going to do it for the day. Everything came on the little split-tail Trout Magnet 1/64 ounce jig, and then that just soft plastic. A lot of blue or nile tilapia. Again, not sure which ones yet. I'm a little surprised though that they hit lures like that. From my experience, blue and niles don't hit lures. Spotted tilapia do. I've only ever caught the either blue or niles on some sort of bait, whether it be bread balls, worms, something that's not a lure. So that was really interesting. One largemouth, one mayan cichlid, saw a couple bluegill, had a few more very, very small hits. I'm assuming those are from some small bluegill, but not much else going on. I'm surprised at how many fish are in this little pond though, so that's not too bad. Either way though, I'm happy. Let's go get that tent set up, fire going. I'll try to get another video tomorrow morning before I gotta head back, but no promises. I'll see if there's any other ponds in this area that I could fish. But Trout Magnet produced once again. Hope you guys liked it, and I will see you next time.